I hope this works in regards to the lighting. It's been hard to find a space to do this. This is not even quiet, but I'm gonna try and get it done. Anyhow, I've had some discussion in the comment section of my channel in relation to relationships, and so I want to address some questions and some comments based on my personal experience, because I believe that I've been through some stuff. Well, I know I've been through some stuff, but I believe that what I've been through can help somebody, okay? I watched a video recently about a girl. I'm going to try and find it and put it in the description box, but beautiful dark-skinned black woman. And she was saying that she had not been dating in a while, and she was hoping to be able to, I guess her friends were all in relationships. She was hoping to date, so she went on a site or got an app called, someone encouraged her to go on an app called Soul Swipe. It's like Tinder. First of all, I don't know what the heck Tinder is, and I don't know what Soul Swipe is, so I had to look into that. So I know it's a dating. What happened was she went on this app and started just, I guess, made a profile and was starting to swipe through, swipe through the profiles to see who's who. And so she came across this profile. I guess you swipe left when you're not interested, but you swipe right when you find someone of interest. And when she swiped right on this particular guy, supposedly he looked like he was mixed race, good looking, I guess Asian black, he said he was. And when she swiped right on his picture, it seemed like apparently he must have swiped it right on hers too. So there was a match. She got a notification that there was a match. He contacted her, I guess, I don't know. She said, I'm 10 minutes after he contacted her. I guess you email the person, and he was saying to her, like, he'd like to meet up. I guess he talked, and I guess he lives about an hour away from her, and he was encouraging her to go out to where he lives. Now, he lives an hour away, which means to go to visit him and come back would be 2 hours. I mean, which guy asked a girl to do that? She said she wasn't going to do that, but I guess after some talking, they agreed that they would meet halfway. So they met some place halfway, and when she got there, drove up and parked beside him, she noticed a car seat in his car, and she didn't even question the car seat. And I know from my experience, when I was in a situation with a guy, and I had a child with him, he would take the car seat out before he went out. I used to always question, but I kind of knew that he wasn't honest anyway. But he'd take the car seat out. This guy didn't have the audacity to take the car seat out of the car, unless he was just planning on telling her he had a child, but he didn't put that in his profile. So anyway, she was like, what's anyway, they went on this date. And I guess it was lunch or almost dinner or something, but the point is that she ordered her food, he ordered his food, and they were eating. And when they were done, he says that we're going to go halves, right? Like, we're going to half it. And supposedly what he ordered was much more than what she ordered, which means that she would be paying part of his meal too. Okay, 2 red flags. 3 red flags. 1, he's trying to get her to go out to visit him, which is a long distance, not considering her time. Number 2, he has a kid or something to do with the child and hasn't mentioned anything, which, I mean, for her, he may not have a child at all, but that's a red flag though. She has to question. She didn't even question that. And number 3, he asked her to go halves after she had already eaten her food. So anyway, she said she sent the waitress back several times because she was just in shock and could not believe that he was asking her to pay half of the meal. Eventually she paid for half, and then she said she was sitting there like she was upset. And then she said that he said that he wouldn't let her pay if he knew that she would have been upset. I'm like, what is going on? Okay, so at this point, and you know what, I'm laughing because I would have been like her. I would have engaged this stupidness, and I would have went like the distance with this in this situation. Silly. Okay, so you think that she would have, after this situation, she would have went home and not talked to him again? They continued to text and talk back and forth. And eventually, he got her to go to his place. One thing she said she didn't want to do in the beginning. He never came to her place. She went to his. Okay, so after some time going to visit him or whatever, this is what she said. So this is what I'm getting from what she said. She said that basically once she got herself together and packed her bag, which means one, she probably either stayed overnight or she's been sleeping over there or sleeping. When she was getting herself packed, he left the room and went to another room and was on the phone. So she started packing her stuff, got herself together. He didn't come out of the room, didn't address her, and she got herself into the car and left. And he didn't come out to say goodbye or anything. Then he texts her and asks her, "Why did you leave?" What is going on with people? So the red flags are clear, okay? I know that some women are probably saying, like, that sounds ridiculous and crazy, but there's a time in my life I would have engaged this silliness. Because I didn't know, I was never taught that there is men out there that behave this way, that men are out there that don't respect women out there that don't respect people's time in general. This guy is obviously a narcissist, and he sought her out via the app Soul Swipe. There's many ways to seek out someone who a narcissist wants to manipulate or control. And it's not, there's not even a reason for it, it's just sheer wickedness is what it is. So based on that, I'm going to share my 10 red flags to look out for when you are encountering someone. And this is why I don't date, because people want you to jump into situations that are intimate, the most intimate thing you can do before you even know what they're really dealing with. All right. So I have 10 things, 10 signs to look for to know that you've encountered a narcissist. So this is related to the fact that I said that I don't date anymore. I don't date anymore, and the reason why I don't date is because I don't think that dating is a godly thing. I don't believe that we're meant to date the way that the world has portrayed dating to be. I don't believe that we go out there and just engage anybody that we think is physically attractive to us, or someone who approaches us or offers to buy us a drink or whatever, because we can develop soul ties that way, okay? And the way we develop soul ties in that way is when you encounter someone who's a narcissist or someone who's governed by the Jezebel spirit. I'll do another video about that later. But here are my 10 signs to know that you may have encountered a narcissist or someone who's governed by the Jezebel spirit. Ooh. Number one, how do you know that someone is governed by the Jezebel spirit or is a narcissist? Number one, they are quick to want to develop a friendship with you or a relationship with you. Like, they start talking about, like, getting to know you more, or they may even say they love you, like, way too quick. And may have sought you out. Number two, they don't seem to respect your time. So, particularly for a female, because there is something different in the genders. There's some men and women are to conduct themselves differently in a relationship. So if a man is asking you to go out of your way, or he has you sitting there late and he's no real excuse, he's not sympathetic or empathetic about being late, he's probably a narcissist. Like, he's probably very self-serving, self-centered. Yeah. Number three, they show signs of unkindness to others. Now, this person is trying to pursue you, trying to get to know you, trying to befriend you. But look at how the person, so he or she wants something from you. But watch how this person treats the people that are around you, around the both of you. Like a waitress, someone who drives the bus, someone who pumps the gas or pays, or is at the cash register. Just check and see how they treat those people. Number four, they're very focused on themselves, how they look, and just the conversation usually is focused on them. Very self-absorbed. Be careful. Especially for a female. If the guy that you're with is much more concerned about how he looks than how you look, run. Please. If his focus is so much about himself, that means at some point, eventually, if let's just say you guys are to get married, God forbid, and their look starts to fade, God knows the length they'll go to get that same gratification that overly concerned with what they look like. super seductive or overly sexual in their talking behavior. If this person's always talking about how hot you look, you know, licking their lips all the time, giving you seductive eyes, and you're a believer, that's not okay. This person's obviously governed by a spirit of lust, and I'm really looking for someone who's really fears God enough to know the word. So if this person's already doing that kind of stuff, this person does not have a relationship with God as far as I'm concerned, because the fruits aren't showing this. All right. Number six talks about his ex, or talks about his ex poorly. If this person is engaging in conversation about, first of all, someone you don't know, someone they've had a relationship with before, and is talking about this person badly, first of all, they still have a soul tie with this person, and two, this person is unkind. Okay, even if someone has hurt you, he hasn't forgiven the person that he was with before, harbors resentment. This is not a person that you want to have a relationship with, not right now, maybe not ever, because when we have situations where someone hurts us, we don't want to bash. I mean, there's factual talking, and then there's bashing. And if your person is just getting to know you, they don't want to be having conversation with you about someone they were with before. Number 7, you've caught them in a lie already. You've met someone and they're talking to you, and what they're saying doesn't make any sense. It doesn't match up. I'm pretty sure what they're saying isn't true, and they're not honest, and that's not good. That means they're trying to impress you, and being honest isn't important to them. Number 8, they don't have a sincere relationship with God, and all these things, 1 to 7 so far, you can kind of tell when someone has a deep and intimate relationship with God. First of all, they'll converse. Yeshua will come up in the conversation. You'll tell by their fruits. They'll be kind, patient. They'll be slow to anger. They may address things with you. They'll be honest with you, but they'll be tactful with it. They won't be condescending or disrespectful. Number 9. It seems more important for you to know more about them than it is for them to know about you. If someone's a godly person, someone has a relationship with God, they're going to want to make sure that you are a child of God as well. They want to know more about your relationship with God. They're going to engage in conversations about what you're thinking about our Savior, about your relationship with God, how you became born again, that kind of thing. If that's what you are looking for, that's the signs that they will be looking for too. You'll both be looking for the same thing. And number 10, they seem or appear angry, broken, and they somehow need your help. For a woman, this is a red flag. You don't want a man who wants your assistance, okay? You want a man who's together, who can be the head of the household, someone who doesn't need you, all right? So those are my 10 signs of someone who is governed by the Jezebel spirit, who's a narcissist. I'm saying this not based on what I've read. This is based on my personal experience. Please comment in the comment section about your experiences. Please add, because this is important for people to know, particularly if you're a believer, and if you're not, about people who are governed by the Jezebel spirit and who are narcissists. Our society is filled with them, and social media is not helping at all. All right, so be blessed. I hope that was helpful. Until next time, take care.